Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a nice day today. I'm going to go over to the directions for the radioactive decay lab that I assigned today on Microsoft Teams. Okay, so let me share my screen here. And here we go. Okay, so this lab is to just reinforce what a half-life is and how scientists determine half-life. You will need some equipment, not really much though for this lab. So I'm just going to go over the procedures here. So part one, we're going to be using a traditional just piece of paper. Doesn't matter if the paper has writings on it. Blank piece of paper is definitely much better. Okay. The blank piece of paper that we start with is going to be unstable. Okay, and we know that unstable atoms like carbon-14 want to become stable. So the first thing you're going to do is take the day of the month that you were born, and you're going to multiply that number by 2000. So example, I'm a February 1st baby. So I would do 2000 times 1, and my starting number is 2000, okay? And that would be the amount of unstable atoms inside my paper, okay? And you're going to fill that in right over here where it says calculated from part 1. And obviously, if it's the very beginning, 0% has decayed. Okay. Then you're going to, at 30-second intervals, so you need a stopwatch, right? Or you can use your phone. You're going to take that number and cut it in half. Our 30 seconds represents the half-life during this experiment, okay? And at the end of each 30 seconds, I want you to rip or tear your paper in half. And what we're simulating is that half of those unstable atoms are turning stable, right? And we're going to take that stable piece and put it in front of you, and you're just going to hold on to that unstable piece, okay? So 30 seconds go by, I would rip my paper in half, and at the first half-life, I will now have 1,000 unstable atoms, and 50% would have decayed. Okay, and you're going to do that through the 7th half-life, and you just fill in your data table there. Okay, the second part of this lab. All right, this is a little more complicated. We're going to do our best to get through this. Okay, you need either 10 M&Ms, pennies, or puzzle pieces. You can use any object that you want. Again, you could take a piece of paper, cut it into 10 squares, and you could put an S on one side for stable and a U on the other side for unstable. However you want to switch this up, you can. All right. But the first thing that you do is you take the 10 objects, whatever they are, and you put them into a little Ziploc bag. And you're going to shake that Ziploc bag, and then you're going to just dump it out on a flat surface. Okay. If you're using M&Ms, pennies, or puzzle pieces, I'm using the following key here to tell me if it's stable or unstable. Okay. Any M&M that has the M showing are still radioactive. Okay. Pennies with a heads up are radioactive, and any puzzle pieces that show in the puzzle right side up are still radioactive. If they're radioactive, after you dump them out, you're going to return them to the bag, and you just repeat for your second trial. Okay. The stable ones, you just move those to the side. Okay. You're going to do this for 7 trials. Now here's the tricky part that we're going to have to try to figure out together as a class is we need the results for 9 other students So we have a trial for 100 object. Now, it doesn't matter if the other students used a different object than you did. So someone could have used M&M, someone else could have used pennies, someone could have used a piece of paper, someone could have used, you know, Lego pieces, whatever they use. That doesn't matter, okay? And we're going to record all of this data here in data table 2. So you have your results getting recorded in this row, and then group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, all the way to group 9. So you have a total of 100. Okay. Notice I already put for trial 0, everyone started with 10, and then the numbers here will switch as you go down. Okay. If you want, for this lab, you can actually work in a group. Okay, so maybe you reach out to some of your classmates, you set up a Zoom meeting. There's other apps you can use as well. I know House Party. I think Facebook now allows you to set up a meeting. You could have 3 or 4 people could FaceTime each other, however you want to do this, and you can work actually as a group in this lab and share each other's data as you go along. Okay, so you fill in this data table for part 2, and then finally you just go through the 5 conclusion questions. Okay, tomorrow, Wednesday at 12:15, I'm going to hold an extra help for this. Please do your best to attend. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I am here to help. So anything I could do to help out with this lab, let me know. And this lab is going to be due Friday at 12 noon. Please try to post. Please try to post your results for part 2 by tomorrow, 5 p.m. This way, your other classmates can see them. I'll start something on Teams where we post our results, and this way everyone has access to everyone's data and can complete the lab. The only other thing I ask is that when you fill the lab out, please fill it out on Microsoft Teams inside the Word document. Okay, sorry for jumping back and forth there. I got the buttons mixed up on the bottom. So you open up the Word document and you fill out your data in there. You write your answers on there, and that's really what I want to grade. If you want to print the lab out so you have a copy next to you, you can. But again, a lot of this lab is done, on your tabletop or at home. All right. Enjoy the day, enjoy the week, and we'll catch up later on this week. Have a nice day.